Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new Legend Orochi, the new PvP legend in some Pirate Rumble, and we're going to show him off with a driven powerhouse team. Now, obviously, Legend Orochi is a PvP legend, so therefore, he should be very, very good in PvP, right? You'd want to hope so. So, he is a driven powerhouse booster, he is a quick-based character, and driven powerhouse have a lot of very good quick units, so he kind of slots in very nicely on the team. I don't know if I'm not 100% sure on the best sort of driven powerhouse team. There's a lot of options. You can build out like a quick driven powerhouse team. There's a lot of like good int driven powerhouse characters. So building out like sort of an int driven sort of hybrid or int quick powerhousey driven sort of build usually works the best for these types of characters, and Orochi is actually no exception to that, as he basically just boosts driven powerhouse. Now, you have a lot of other really good characters for these teams. Stuff like 6+ Shiki and his level limit breaks very, very good. Tesoro and his level limit breaks very, very good. You are seeing them on this particular team. But a very, very good character in Rumble is actually Top Musica. The 6+ of Uta is actually exceptional in Rumble because she also boosts driven. So with her, you kind of want to build out sort of like a driven-centric team. But then you also have like the int variety as well, where you can use stuff like Kid, you can use stuff like Blackbeard for powerhouse, and then you also have Moria, who's an int-driven powerhouse as well. So, as I mentioned, quick, driven, powerhouse, int, all have very, very good synergy, and they also have a lot of very good Pirate Rumble rare recruits. As you can see, we're using stuff like Fuji, you have stuff like Shiryu, you also have stuff like Akainu, who you guys will see in some like back-end clips as well. But in today's video, we have like a whole bunch of fights, so I'm just going to sort of like talk over the top of them while they sort of play in the background. We've got stuff like slasher fights, we've got stuff like Psy fights, I think there's like a cerebral fight in there as well. But let's talk about what Orochi does in Rumble and what makes him so desirable for these driven powerhouse teams. So his ability at level 5 boosts driven and powerhouse characters HP level 5, speed level 5, attack up level 5, and then gives all enemies attack down level 3. The attack down level 3 is actually pretty useful because it just reduces how much damage you're taking, because a lot of like teams nowadays can just bulk up their attack very, very like massively. But obviously with the addition of like the scaling of defense, it's very, very easy to get around that as well. So the level 3 attack down, it's helpful, but it's just not like the crucial part of his kit. What I find to be the most crucial part of his kit, especially when you're using him alongside 6+ Uta, is actually the speed up. Now, the reason the speed up is so good is because Uta, when she does damage, she actually gives herself 2 CD. So she gives herself cooldown, and then with the speed up, it just means that she's attacking more times in the round, and her special is so freaking powerful that not only does she halve stats, but she does like a butt ton of damage. The attack down is actually pretty handy here, because we're versing a slasher team, and Kinemon Dendro popping off early, as well as Odin popping off early, can be very, very scary. So reducing their attack is very, very handy, and it just means that we take a lot less damage. Once we get stuff like the half stats off with Uta, once we start killing some units like, their defensive units like Carrot Wanda, as well as stuff like Kizaru, who's buffing the attack, the slasher team can't do too much to us, which is like great. However, Wano Law on a slasher team can still be a big problem. Wano Law obviously reduces our CD drastically. Any driven powerhouse unit is going to reduce it by level 6 and then buff their like Psy units by level 6, creating like a level 12 gap. And again, like I've been saying it every single time a new driven powerhouse comes out, that Wano Law, he stays winning. He's so freaking good when you are versing these types of teams. So if you are using a driven powerhouse team, obviously try to avoid stuff like Wano Law, as he's just very, 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 very good. But like I was saying, Shiki, very, very good option for the driven quick and int team, because he boosts both with his level limit break and his 6+. And then stuff like Tesoro as well. Tesoro uses a lot of cooldowns, which means that you can pop off your specials very, very quickly, and it actually helps out a lot. Towards the back end of these particular fights as well, or actually right now, you see me sort of replace Shiki with Akainu. Now, I can't really get Shiki to work all that well with the teams that I've been using, and Akainu is a really, really good option for this team because we are using a lot of quick-based units, except for Top Musica, obviously, but like she's just so good in her own right, or their own right, I guess. But Akainu is great because he can actually give HP cards. When you're versing a lot of these like really tanky teams, or if you're versing strength in particular, Akainu can be very, very good for this particular team, as he not only like just totally destroys strength units, but he's also very, very good at doing a whole bunch of HP cards, which works very, very nicely. Again, once you get Top Musica popping off, her half stats and the amount of damage that she can do works so nicely. And that's why the speed of Orochi is so valuable, because every time Top Musica hits, that level 2 cooldown just means that she gets her special back like more and more. And then having her just pop off so many times in the attack chain means that she's actually going to be doing that halve stats, which is like easily the best ability in the entire Rumble. As you guys saw with Grand Party and how valuable Roger was, Top Musica and the 100%, like, well, not 100%, I think, or does she have a 100% stat chance? Either way, like, halving stats is just so freaking good. Nevertheless, Orochi does have a very good special as well. He targets 2 enemies for 35% HP reduction, targets 2 enemies with high CT for 100% chance to special bind for 10 seconds, and then he targets 4 enemies for speed down level 6 and attack down level 6. Downside to this is he's on a 31-second cooldown, so having cooldowns on your team, utilizing something like Shiryu, utilizing something like Tesoro, works very nicely. Now, I'm using Shiryu in the back. Ideally, he's just better in the front. But he's just like another really good option to sort of just come in and sort of give synergy to the entire team. Because the team, like I said, is very centric around Quick compared to Driven. Well, it's Driven Powerhouse, obviously, but like Quick is like its centric ability. And Orochi sort of hits both of those niches, which works very, very nicely. Stuff like Akainu, like I said, worked amazingly if you are versing Strength. But, like I said, Shiki can work very, very nicely as well. Alright, so up against Slashers once again, and Slashers have been like popping up like crazy with the whole K-Dad release as well, so they are sort of very prevalent in this particular video, and I don't recommend versing Slashers too much, because like Wipe It and Roger can still absolutely decimate you. K-Dad's obviously very, very good as well, and they've quickly become my favorite team once again. I really do enjoy running Slashers. And Driven Powerhouse, to be honest. Driven Powerhouse has been like a lot of fun. Especially because Quick, like I said, Quick's been littered with Driven and Powerhouse characters and makes them very, very good as well. But all in all, Orochi in Pyro will actually surprised me. Like, I didn't think he was going to be as good as what I first read on paper. And his abilities, mainly like just the synergy he has with something like Top Musica, makes him very, very valuable for this particular team. But like I said, there's a lot of different variations of the Int-driven Powerhouse, the Quick-driven Powerhouse. Honestly, combining the two together is very, very powerful as well. Utilizing both Int-driven and using stuff like Kid, Moria, because Moria can halve stats as well. And then littering in stuff like, what's his name? Akainu, and even possibly with this Orochi. I do see a lot of people using stuff like Shiki, because he can boost both, as well as Tesoro. But for myself, I still haven't really figured out the best sort of driven powerhouse or driven team at all. So if you guys have any ideas or you guys have any recommendations, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. I have first some teams that are very, very scary. Obviously with the new Kanjuro as well. The new Kanjuro is very, very good. I actually didn't get a chance to utilize him for these particular fights. I didn't really know where he sort of where he slid into the actual team, but I do imagine that he does work very, very nicely. We're actually versing a quick driven-y sort of fighter, not fighter, a quick driven-y sort of team now. So we'll have to wait and see how Kanjuro goes. So if you guys have used Kanjuro, like I said, let me know in the comment section below as well. I'd love to get your thoughts and opinions on it all. But like I said, overall, Orochi has definitely surprised me. He's got a very, very good Rumble ability. He's got a very, very good Rumble special. And I do imagine moving forward that he's definitely going to find a place on this this driven powerhouse team. You could easily do some stuff where you take Uta off and use something like Kaido. Super type Kaido would be another really, really good option, as you can just build the whole team out with Quick. But I do find like Uta to be like one of the best Pirate Rumble characters in the entire game. So you really want to try and include her and then sort of build the team around Driven. But if you guys have had better success with Kaido, like I said, let me know in the comment section below. As a Pirate Rumble legend, I do think Orochi is quite powerful. Like, I do think he's one of the better. He's on the better end of the Pirate Rumble exclusives. We haven't really had an amazing one since Smoothie. Smoothie was very, very good, who actually pulled alongside this Orochi as well. So if you guys want to see some content with Smoothie, let me know in the comment section below down there. A lot of questions for you guys down there today. And let me know, and we'll put some stuff together with Smoothie as well. So she's a powerhouse unit, so she actually might slide onto these teams as well. And if you guys have used her, let me know if she works very, very well as well. All in all, once again, Orochi's very, very good. If you did manage to pull Orochi, be very, very happy, but I would highly recommend people stay away from Orochi, stay away from his banner. Just let him come to you when we get some more Pirate Festival Legends or some more Pirate Festival exclusives that are a little bit more desirable than said Orochi and stuff like that we have right now. The thing that I did find really interesting, or the thing that like sort of blew me away a little bit, is that Orochi doesn't have any GP stats. With the release of Grand Party, obviously it's completely centric around PvP. I thought that the Pirate Festival Legends would be some of the first that actually get their Pirate or Grand Party abilities. Obviously, they've sort of selected that to Anniversary exclusive Legends, as well as Super Sugos. And then with the release of this new Zoro that we literally got information on today, they're the only characters that sort of have GP stats. So it's very interesting to see that stuff like Enel, stuff like Smoothie, Kuma, Garp, like I feel like making these characters, or giving these characters very, very good GP stats, abilities, and bursts could revitalize them, because some of them, like even like Enel, for example, the first Pirate Festival Legend, he's kind of dropped off quite a bit. He's still good in certain situations, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's bad in any sense, but I do think giving them some GP abilities and some big GP stats would sort of boost their value and make them a little bit more desirable for most of the player base. As most of the players don't really care too much about Pirate Festival banners, and obviously PvP and Grand Party are very whale-centric, not a lot of people will summon on these banners anyway, so I found it very interesting that he has no GP boost at all. He just has the standard, like, stock standard 1000 damage with the burst, as well as a very stock standard leader skill. And I just don't understand why. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't. They're so centric around this game mode. And then, obviously, Grand Party being literally around this game mode as well. It just really doesn't make too much sense to me. Like, it's quite mind-boggling, if I do say so myself. So, hopefully, they will prioritize those characters to get GP burst, GP stats. Because I imagine they will do it with every character, right? Eventually, every character will get some sort of GP ability, some GP leader, some GP burst, and then make the game mode a lot more complex and a lot more intricate when it comes to team building and designed for GP. However, right now, as it stands, only those exclusive legends like Super Sugos and Anniversary Legends will remain as GP leaders. It's actually got me thinking now that Zoro, the new Zoro, might be a GP, because he has GP stats, might be an Anniversary exclusive, but you guys have to wait and see for that breakdown video for the Zoro information. If you guys want to see all that, make sure to hit the bell notification, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. But honestly, I don't really have much else to say. You probably can tell about Orochi. If you guys have any ideas for the better versions of the Driven Powerhouse team, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to leave you guys with this last fight to see you guys out. Make sure to do all the good stuff for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you guys are new here, we do upload OPTC, wow, words are hard. OPTC videos every single day, and you guys don't want to miss a thing, so hit the bell notification. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!
腰抜けの集まり。俺に怯えた20年がお前許そう。とんだ腰抜けの集まり。だわね。この程度か。大海賊
時代はもうおしまい。平和で自由な時代